Okay. So we're looking at Hello Java, which we just checked out from Bitbucket, straight into Android Studio. And as we see, it's missing the entry for JUnit in external libraries, and the question is, how do we get it back? And the easiest solution is simply to say project structure, so file project structure, and then here go to libraries, and now hit the plus to add a library, an external library. And here you have two choices, and we definitely want the closest to what Gradle would have done, which is really pulling it from a maven repository, from a centralized maven repository. So we're going to choose from maven, and now this has this brilliant capability of kind of giving you an interface to what you would normally do on the web, like searching the maven repository. So we can just enter JUnit here, and then we can probably hit this magnifying glass, and that little thing starts spinning, and it's going to poll the server, and here these things pop up now. So that's really all we need. And now we can just navigate to the line that corresponds most closely to what we had in the Gradle file, which is, well, we don't have the pluses here, you know, that we have to specify one. Gradle does that additional thing of saying, well, if there's a plus, you know, choose something from that point or later version. So here we'll just choose 4.11, which is fine for a console project. We'll say, okay, don't check the download to, that's not necessary. So now it's pretending like it's Maven, and it's fetching that dependency. And it says, okay. And now we just click through and say, okay. And the desired effect, it pops up right there. All right, and it downloaded the transitive dependencies. You see here, when you expand it, it downloaded the required hand press thingy. And now, everything should be fine. And the test has no syntax errors, and we're able to run it straight out of the box. Okay, and it checks the assertion, so JUnit is happening, and it, the test happens to fail, but it was able to run the test meaningfully. All right, so this is how to get back JUnit into a non-Android Java app imported into these more recent versions of Android Studio that don't pick up these non-Android dependencies properly. Any questions? This is the easiest way. Now, just for the record, and then I'm going to discontinue the screencast. The other possibility is just to switch from Android Studio to the full IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition. The Community Edition is still free, but it's a more full-fledged IDE that goes beyond Android Studio, which you can think of as a stripped-down version of IntelliJ IDEA. And to have the compatible version, you would have to go. You'd have to get the one that I referred you to in the Piazza post. So it's a preview version 13. That's what Android Studio is based on. And then the third possibility would be to use the Gradle IDEA plugin. You'd have to look at the Gradle documentation. It's also fairly easy to do this. You just have to say apply plugin IDEA in addition to those. And then on the command line, you can say Gradle IDEA. And then instead of importing, you just open the project, because it's like pushing a project from Gradle into IDEA. Whereas what we've been doing here is importing a Gradle project into IDEA, like pulling it from Gradle. Okay? So that plugin is more reliable than the Android Studio Gradle import for non-Android Gradle projects. Okay, any questions? So you got three choices. The path of least resistance is just what we did here, so that's why this is now a screencast. And